Hello everybody, this is Burgback coming to you game number 2 between LaLush spawning as the red Zerg and Dimaga spawning as the yellow Zerg on the other side of the map here. Of course, this is Scrap Station 1v1 map. Needs no real introduction. This is from the Black Dragon League. We did see game number 1 going to LaLush. And basically, it was a really short game. Of course, I'm spoiling it if you haven't seen Game 1, so check out Game 1 first. LaLush going in with a really quick spawning pool. It was like, off the top of my head, I think it was like an 8 pool. Not like the fast, like 6 pool, but being able to just go in and then bring in his Zerglings and just pull basically all of his drones off the line and help absorb most of the damage from what Dimaga had on his side. So we'll see if this game goes a little bit better. Of course, they're all shaking hands in the midfield here. And, this map really good. Of course, Zerg versus Zerg, we'll see how it goes. We might see, basic how we see any Zerg versus Zerg game as in the last game. We'll see probably Zerglings come out first. We'll probably see them morph into Banelings. And then if the game goes past that, it gets a little bit more interesting. A lot of games, Zerg versus Zerg, you don't see, in the mirror match go really past that a lot. And that's the interesting thing with this matchup, is that it can be quite boring. And I try to see games that are a little bit more interesting than that here. But we'll see how it is. Of course, as I said, Black Dragon League. I think it's a best of 3 between these guys, and we are at game number 2. And the spawning pool coming down there for LaLush again. Looks like he's going for, not going for that fast. Of course, we do have a little bit longer of a running distance, and Dimaga going for that fast expand. He was going for that in game number 1, but he just kind of got held up by the Zerg rush of LaLush there. And of course, both of them able just to really early on see what's going on in the game, with these overlords being able to just scout out really quick and see what's going on. Of course, once these spawning pools come up, we're probably going to see some queens popping out. Yeah, we do see LaLush starting with that queen, and once this is done, we'll probably see Dimaga bring out that queen and start pushing out the observers. As we see Dimaga now starting to get out of there, he knows that that queen is going to be on the way. So again, not a whole lot going on here in the beginning. There's a lot of different things we can see. We could probably see some creep spread going around, probably see use of this highway. We will probably see use of that. I'm guessing only because this is a really long trip. We'll have to have, speedlings with that metabolic boost, which both of them are getting, and we see LaLush going for that Baneling nest as well. Queen now coming out for LaLush. We're going to see a little bit more of a spread here, and it looks like Dimaga is starting to take off on the income for this game now that this early expand will be coming out. He is ahead right now with 16 harvesters, but he's going to really start picking up once this expansion starts going underway. So again, we have a little bit of action here. We have LaLush bringing up his Zerglings. Of course, they're very slow, and Dimaga just bringing out his to counter. And we're going to see if we get any kind of attack going on here. Of course, that Baneling nest now coming down for Dimaga. So we're both. It looks like LaLush a little bit ahead here in terms of tech, and but of course, I'm sorry, yeah, in form of tech. And Baneling's now coming in for LaLush, as a Dimaga starting to come in here and say, oh crap, we got some Banelings coming in here. We got to start getting rid of these eggs before they explode on me. And it looks like, at the last second it is able to come out and explode. Really good show there. And LaLush having a couple Zerglings still on the line and more coming down and starting to come around. And of course, Dimaga having a nice little view of what's going on here. We do have some Zerglings coming up, and both of them now playing Baneling versus Baneling, as both of them starting to go for the jugular of each other. And again, LaLush bringing in more Banelings coming in. LaLush being able to surround and bringing a couple more. And Baneling versus Baneling just blowing up and just killing. And I'm surprised LaLush just doesn't come back and try and just kill that one. Oh, he's just seeing, though, that we are going to have some more, and more Zerglings, of course, on the way. And really good use here. LaLush just getting a good view of what's going on in the middle here. And again, they're all just going to be pretty much seeing what's going on here. More Banelings and blowing up, and LaLush just going crazy on here as Dimaga just running away. Of course, these guys speedy as crazy as they can. And LaLush is bringing in more Banelings as he can, bringing up these guys just to have a little bit more of a defense. And more Banelings coming down. I'm surprised we don't have... oh my goodness, these Banelings, are these Zerglings trying to get through. Dimaga is seeing that, coming around, stopping it. And again, oh, we got a couple Banelings. Oh my gosh, we got Banelings coming around the front here. I don't know if LaLush sees that. Oh my goodness. And Dimaga, all of Dimaga's forces going down from those Banelings, and LaLush is having a bunch of them up here as well. And... oh my goodness, he still has 2 up here. He's going to go right for the mineral line. Mineral line, oh my goodness, are we going to take... oh, they go down. And great use there, of course, LaLush getting a few out there as we have more units for Dimaga coming out here, kind of morphing into Banelings. And more Zerglings come up here. And it's just Baneling versus Baneling, Zergling versus Zergling. It's high explosives just coming through. LaLush just trying to do what he can, and these guys just coming in. Will Dimaga get it? Yeah, Dimaga's trying to force some guys out of there just to make sure they don't explode. Getting the surround on there. Dimaga with another Baneling coming around on the creep, and just explosions everywhere. I mean, it is crazy. It is hard. It's hard to tell. We look at the units lost tab. They're pretty even here. Pretty even here on both sides of being losing here, and of course nothing really being formed here at the hatchery except for some drones now. Dimaga finally giving this expansion some love, of course not being able to do a whole lot just because of this harassment. And Dimaga looks like, if we look at the unit count, we do see a heck of a lot. Well, we don't really see a whole lot. We see pretty even here style on both players. We see the Zerglings just coming back and forth. We see pretty much everything being the same on both sides. They're pretty equal. You know, just looking, I mean, we look at the income. Oh my gosh, Dimaga. Look how high up Dimaga is there on the income. 700 compared to the 540, 500 of LaLush. Of course, he's going for a little bit more gas, so he does have maybe 1 or 2 more people on gas. And incoming LaLush now, coming in, trying to take out what he can, of course, and losing 1 Baneling to minimal loss for Dimaga, and Dimaga just pulling back and saying, you know, we're just going to bide our time. Of course, they're able to see everything that's going on down here, just a little bit back and forth, and, you know, we're still going on here, and this is just crazy. This is a micro between the two, just being able to do that. This show's really great, and, you know, you're keeping the attention this whole time, you know, being able to do this, splitting up a little bit. And looks like Dimaga just pulling back as what do we have up here? Nothing really being formed up on either of their bases. And it's just, wow. Baneling, Baneling, Baneling just coming down as we have another hatchery coming down here now. Finally, LaLush is expanding. He is going to try and get some more minerals, trying to get some more income. And it looks like Dimaga now going for a push a little bit, going for the roaches now as he does feel comfortable. He's now going to go for those roaches. Taking over the middle, not seeing a darn thing coming up here as it looks like LaLush is really putting in his money into that expansion. As we see, not a whole lot here, and we are now going for this expansion. We saw the expansion. Dimaga going for that expansion just a little bit, trying to, yeah, we're going to try to micro that. Baneling, yeah, taking out 1 Zergling, not really that big of a deal. And bringing in another one just to... oh! Taking out all those. Dimaga misclicking there, I believe, as not really going to be doing a whole lot with that hatchery. And over here we see Banelings coming in. Baneling versus Baneling, as we do come in here and trying to just take out each other. And we just have Banelings everywhere. And it looks like, yeah, we have roaches now. Roaches now into the mix. And I don't think LaLush is going to be prepared for this as we start going into this. A little dull moment here as we go in there. They're starting to just build up now instead of straight out attacking. We're out of that climax stage here for a little bit. As it looks like Dimaga now, we look at the income. Look at that income difference there. And LaLush now starting to saturate this expansion. We'll probably see his income go up a little bit, but we see the difference here in harvester count. And definitely, this game is now definitely in favor of Dimaga, especially with those roaches. And it looks like LaLush now going for roaches as well on both sides. So we're going to see pretty even. So counter for a counter here. You know, we're going to see that. I'm surprised we're not seeing any kind of air yet come out. Oh, I spoke too soon. It looks like LaLush going for a spire right in the center. That, I find that very interesting to put the spire right there, especially if we get some Banelings in there. that could be very dangerous. And Dimaga just trying to come in here, poke his head in and see what's going on, going for the Overseer Cocoon. And again, we're in a very, very lax state as both sides try to build up. And of course, Dimaga trying to get the information he can and just cocooning up, getting that Overseer out. Just trying to save the life of that Overlord. And I'm going to keep watching that as we go on. We look at the income tab. Again, Dimaga way ahead. Pretty even on the minerals, of course, but just look at the gap here. 500 minerals income for both. For Dimaga there. And again, we're just Dimaga just trying to go around, see what's going on, not seeing a whole lot. Of course, he won't see that spire yet, and I don't think he has seen that spire. Yeah, he hasn't seen that spire. All he knows is that there's an expansion up there. So it looks like Dimaga's starting to come out, seeing some stuff, starting to go and take some away there, and it looks like Dimaga getting ready to expand right here, trying to get control of the map. Or yeah, it looks like he's probably going to be expanding here. Once he knows he's safe, he's going to probably open up that expansion. Yep, there we go. Expansion being laid down, and we do have roaches, and we have from LaLush now. We're going to be seeing him go with those mutas. Of course, nothing here to really counter these mutas when he has 2 more coming out. So really, he could go unattended, and it looks like, yeah, we're going for the main here inside Dimaga's base, and Dimaga's just income is going to start getting taken down. We could probably see him take out that queen very easily instead of just going after this income. We could probably take out this queen because, of course, Dimaga has nothing, of course, and we are just seeing a spore crawler, but I think this might be a little too late. But we do have queens coming in here just to try and help take care of this, and of course, Dimaga down here not being able to do a darn thing as he starts going in for the income. But of course, we do have some spore crawlers, 3 spore crawlers coming down, trying to be some defense, and it looks like, oh my goodness, we had some lag there as somebody had to leave the game. Oh, you know, that must be so disheartening for these players just to have this lag go on. But look at all these roaches just coming up for Dimaga. Dimaga trying to do something, of course, and all these mutas now coming into play here, going to try and take out what he can of these units. And it looks like Dimaga going for Hydras now, as he has 11 of them coming up. And of course, they are very, very slow on the map off the creep, as it looks like we are trying to take out this expansion here. The income, we look at the income tab. Again, now look at the difference here. Of course, LaLush now in the lead here. All those harvesters getting taken out for Dimaga. But Dimaga just going ever so stalwartly as we look at the development tab. Again, more Hydras going for that range. Or I'm sorry, going for the missile attacks here. He had a clear plan. He's already on level 2 for that. As Dimaga just trying to come in and take out that income, and he is doing a very good job there. He is, you know, the income for LaLush is very low, but of course Dimaga having nothing to really take these out yet, except now he does have Hydras. But look how slow. I mean, he's not going to be able to get up here to defend this right away. We do have a couple spore crawlers. We have a queen coming up here trying to help defend, but it looks like Dimaga, you know what? We're going to spawn some more larvae. And again, we have some spore crawlers, but they're just out of range and not being able to do a whole lot. And of course, now the Hydra's getting here a little too late, and these flyers really having a really great advantage here to be able to get in and start doing business. And of course, it looks like Dimaga now starting to get that creep highway out. He could have been doing this a little bit earlier, of course, but he was checking for you know, banelings and things like that. So these mutas are pretty much going unchecked. They're really fast. They can get in and they can get out. And Hydra's just, of course, they're on the creep, but it's just not going to be too effective. As LaLush also going for that expansion here. And we look at the income tab again. These guys are, the harvesters are just getting taken out over and over again. Of course, spore crawlers here doing a really good job. We look at the units lost tab, and again, pretty even out here. Roaches now coming up here for LaLush. LaLush is going to be able to defend probably, but oh, look at all these Hydras. Hydras just going crazy as it looks like we don't have any more Hydras on the... Oh no, here we are. The mutas are right there. The Hydra's coming in, going to start trying to take out what he can inside of LaLush's base, and LaLush starting to get hit here as we look at the income tab again. And now we're pretty much even, of course, but LaLush pretty low, so we're going to probably see that income come down. And again, more Hydras being made, and LaLush not having a... He has a lot of money, but not a lot of gas. and these Hydras just being pushed back. Oh, pushed back again and again. Trying to take these Hydras out, and then all we have are these guys here. And it looks like Dimaga might have a little bit of an advantage here now, being able to pull back. But again, we're LaLush going for a couple more roaches, and oh my goodness, LaLush winning the game here. So congrats to Dimaga for winning that. I like that. You play ZvZ like a drug seller. That's great. So really great game. I was not expecting this. With those mutas in there, but it looks like Dimaga really being able to come in here, get those Hydras down really quick, and just pump them out. I mean, he had the money for it. He had the gas for it. That's great. The only disadvantage, of course, is that they're slow off the creep. But he was able to get him in here and get into LaLush's base and just clean him out. So congrats to Dimaga on that game. And please make sure to subscribe. If you like this game, please make sure to leave any kind of comments. Please make sure to thumbs up the vote. Please make sure to like the video. If you have any comment, let me know. If you have any games you would like me personally to cast on my channel, just please make sure to drop me a line at burgback@gmail.com, or an in-game on YouTube. You can let me know there. I'll be glad to review it and see if I want to do it. I've been thinking of doing a couple different things on my channel, so yeah, please make sure to send me some kind of mail about that. So we'll see you guys next time, and take care.